Hello and welcome to the Barbarian Investor Show. I'm Adam Jason, and today I am joined by Dr. Richard Lohwasser, the CEO of Lition. Dr. Richard, welcome to the show.
Hello, Adam. Good talking to you.
It's great talking to you too. Welcome. So let's tell people a bit about Lition, and actually I think before we do that, maybe let's kind of start off with you personally and just give us a very quick background on your experience and what led you to this path of starting a blockchain project.
Yeah, happy to do so. So I would say I'm rather the tech guy. I started programming when I was quite young, and later on started my first internet startup, clanandturn.com, for the gamers among you. It was relatively successful. We had like 1 million page impressions per day. So that started off good, and then later on after university and a few years at consulting at McKinsey, I ended up in the energy industry, which is quite of an old-fashioned industry. I wanted to push the new things forward, but in the end it didn't really work out, so I ended up founding a new company, Lition.
Ah, okay. Great. And Lition is positioned as a business-focused blockchain, right? So just to, I guess, give people a kind of overview of what it is that makes Lition unique and what the kind of key offering is, you're providing a mixture of public and private features with your blockchain protocol, and also the ability to delete data. So, I mean, why is this important for businesses, and how does this kind of lend itself to some of the business use cases for blockchain, which everyone is kind of anticipating is going to be, you know, such a big industry?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's anticipating it's going to be a big industry, but so far we've seen little adoption, except, of course, the crypto enthusiasts. But I think that's not really where blockchain should be. Blockchain should be at the core of our everyday lives because the technology has so much potential. The problem is we developed a use case on peer-to-peer energy trading, brought it to customer, had revenues from more than 10 cities, or customers and revenues from more than 10 cities. But when we moved from an MVP stage to a real product with real customers, we noticed that blockchains weren't really designed for that. I mean, Satoshi Nakamoto had many things in mind when he, or pseudonym behind him, developed the blockchains. But blockchains need to overcome a few issues, a few challenges in order to make it into our everyday lives.
Yeah.
These are scalability and speed, as you know, of course, but also things like data privacy or things like deletability. I mean, when you are having a contract with a customer providing, or with a company providing services over a smart contract, you don't want him to keep your bank address or your social security number forever. It should be deleted afterwards. But these are features that need to happen before blockchains can make it into mainstream adoption. And that's exactly the reason why I founded Lition.
Right. Okay. And I mean, with your experience in the energy space, is that a kind of sector which lends itself well, do you think, to what Lition are offering and providing?
Yeah, so we started off in the energy space, as we know the industry very well, and it was a good point to get a really good understanding of the business requirements that blockchains need to have. But now we're expanding into other areas. So actually, just last week we signed a deal with one of Germany's largest bank on loan syndication. It's also a very nice use case for blockchains, where they have the same problems. They have some data which is public, like the interest rate of the loan, and some data that is private, like the due diligence data. But blockchains today, they can't really solve it in an elegant way. You can only use off-block transactions, but then you might as well use a database.
I see. Okay. And just quickly, I mean, on the point of some information being private and deletable, how do you maintain the kind of transparency and robustness of a distributed system, which is so unique to blockchain technology, whilst also providing this kind of layer of privacy?
Yeah. So the way we do it is we have an open, permissionless main chain. But then we have public and private side chains. Okay. Within these side chains, only the permission nodes get to see the data. And that's the cool thing. So you can really choose as a DF developer what data you want to have private or public. and then the data is never shared with people outside the group that should see it. But we still, through a newly invented zero knowledge proof, or pseudo zero knowledge proof, which is a lot faster than the existing ones, the Starks, we're able to bring this on a production scale so that real life customers and real companies can use it for the normal users and not just for crypto enthusiasts. And details are in a technical white paper, by the way. So for those who are interested, I can really recommend that one.
Yeah, zero knowledge proofs is getting a little bit technical, I think. Just kind of, again, keeping it at a high level overview, the partnership that you have, which has got a lot of people excited, is with SAP, the software giants. So can you just tell us a bit about their involvement with Lition and how you guys are going to be working together?
Absolutely. I mean, we want to be the standard blockchain for businesses, using the blockchain for real customers. And so the most natural partner would be the world's largest maker of business software, which happens to be SAP, with well over 100 billion in market cap. So they are really a giant. The cooperation is, and the details are on our website, lition.io, but also the chief innovation officer from SAP serving on our board of advisors and helping us a lot, is that we do the public consensus protocol, and they do the private and permission distributed ledger technology. And then together, we form the standard blockchain for business.
I see. Okay. There's so much to unravel here. I feel like we're going to need another longer session. But just finally, to kind of cap things off, you are undertaking a token sale and you have the Lition token. Can you firstly give us a quick explanation of what it is that the kind of token function is, the key token function, and then a bit about the token sale and the funding plans and so on?
Yeah, so the Lition token is used a bit similar like to Ethereum and most other infrastructures for transaction usage. So whenever you have a smart contract execution, you would pay it in Lition token, which is very easy. So you don't have to pay a very high cost upfront or have a large upfront investment. You just get a few tokens and can start serving your customers with your blockchain application right away. And then also a few other topics like staking, which we need to ensure cheap block confirmation, or also sidechain creation. And the reason we're doing the token sale is, of course, to make sure we have the funding in order to develop this next generation blockchain, which we've already described in detail and are now currently working on as we speak, but also to make sure we have a lot of initial users right away. So we are getting a lot of the D apps right now, like the bank I mentioned, or the energy peer-to-peer trading system. So there'll be a lot of traction when the mainnet launches. But of course, we want to promote this topic. We want to make sure as many people as possible use this token to make the everyday lives of people better in our world through next generation blockchain technology. Because I think that's where blockchain should be. It should be helping our everyday lives.
Brilliant. Okay, well, that's a great place to end it. Dr. Richard, thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, Adam. See you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.